Crafters, my name is Kaz. Haven't really done any uploads for a while. I think the last one I did was a little trinket box also. Well, this one is quite a large trinket box consisting of 6 drawers. But this one's a little bit different. Haven't seen it done anywhere else that I know to, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I've based the trinket box as an all-rounder. It covers more or less a multitude of things that you might want to keep in your craft room. So basing it on, say, the 6 drawers, what I've done is I've given each one some detail as to what you could possibly keep in the drawers. So for instance, if I say this drawer here, this one I've based as flowers. If you can see that, I've put all little flowers all over. But how I originally started the cabinet anyway was I've inked it all over using the Tim Holtz inks. I think Vintage Photo and Tea Dye were the two that I've used. So as you can see, if I just turn it round, I have inked all the way around just to give them a little something. The only one thing that I didn't do was I didn't really ink inside. But other than that, I've inked all round. I've then put stuck papers onto the front, and I do believe this is the linen line from my Mind's Eye pad. So all the papers that I've used, as you can see, are based on that. But anyway, this one is obviously the flower drawer. This one I've done as a button drawer. This one I've done as locks, keys and chains. You can see that. This one I've done as cogs, clock faces and hands. It's not a very clear picture, there you go, so you can see that. This one I've done as butterflies. See all the little butterflies there. And last but not least, I've done this one as your sewing drawer. So you can see I've got sewing machines, scissors, I've got beads, tape, ribbon, needle, thread and all that. It's not very clear, but there you go. Okay, so that's the 6th drawer, and as you can also see, I have also coloured all inside. I've done all the inside, everywhere inside, all the shelves, everything. I've done all the edges as well. And as I say, the only thing I didn't do was the inside of the drawers. But as I say, I started it off inked all around my edges. Using the linen line, I've decorated each drawer with a different paper out of obviously the linen line, and I've done it also on the sides and the top, and I've also done the back. But I also have done is I've put a bit of felt on the bottom of the box, and I've put some feet on, which I've also coloured those as well in the Vintage Photo. So I've inked all the feet as well. I've then done like a deep wine burgundy, sort of deep wine burgundy sort of trim, so you can see that a bit better. and I've done that all round the sides and all round the back as well. Okay, so that there is the front of your box. I've also put the same trim but without the tassels on all the way around the top of the box. And onto the sides of the box, on this particular side, what I've done, I'll just turn it round a moment, is I've made like a plaque. And on this plaque I've obviously put some paper roses which have been glittered, and this is like one of the chiffon roses that you can get like on a piece of ribbon, and that's, I've cut one of those off and put that on. So you can see, I don't know whether you can see, there's a piece of vellum there that's like gold ornate design on it, and what I've done, I've made an actual sort of pocket, and then underneath you've got a calendar. This also can be taken off, as it has, and get it off. You've got some Velcro pads on there, so each year you can take that off and reapply another one. As I said, I've made this as a plaque. I've papered this and I've put some trim around it so you can see the trim. It's not very clear, I'm very sorry about that, but I'll put some more flowers as well on the bottom, and as you can see from behind, again you've got the paper that's been done on the box already from the linen line, so if you can see that. And also on the top I've done it where I've made space where you can actually put some tags in. I've left these two plain, so that's up to you, you know, should you want to do anything with anything like that. Now on the other side I've done a pocket again, and again using the linen line there, you can see the papers, but what I've done is I've made a pocket, and on the pocket itself I've done it whereas you've got 4 big photo mats in there, if you can see, and I've put tassels on there with brads so you can quite easily pull them out and put them in. So it's up to you, you can save all your favourite photographs or whatever in there. But if I get that a bit closer so you can see, and then on there I've done a plaque and I put simple, what's it say? Simple and sweet memories. That's on the bottom, just a bit of a decoration really. You see that? So that's the other side of the box. Now on the top of the box I've done a flower arrangement. As you can see, I've used some white chiffon roses. I don't know whether you can see those. They're all glittered, and in there you can see some stick pins, and I've got some what do they call them? Gardenias in there, and that all around, and there's some there's like a metal part of a brooch that I've put in there. See if I can move the camera a bit closer for you so you can see. There. It's got like a pearl on it, and as you can see I've done your gardenias, and then you've got your sparkly roses. I've put some ribbon trim and that in there. You've got your stick pins. I have one here and one here. And this particular rose, I've took the middle out of a deep wine rose and inserted one of the white ones into it to give it a bit of depth on the back. And then, as you can see again, I've got your gardenias along there. I've also got some just little red and blue flowers that I've just popped in the end. And I've also added on this box a handle. Don't know whether you'll see it, but it's like a crackle glazed antique handle, which I've put onto the top of the box. Bear with me. Just move my camera back. Right, now on the back of the box I've done a bit of a mini book, as you can see. So basically what I've done, if I just open it up, using again all the linen line papers. This you can put a photograph on and use that as a photo mat, as well as this one. You can also put a photo mat on a photo on there, and then lifting it up, you can put again a photo here. But behind there, you've got some little tags, which I'll show you those. They've all sort of been inked all on the back, and just tied those with a bit of ribbon. There's a couple of those behind there. And also you can use the top of this one. Now in this particular one, I've done 2 photo mats, one either side there. These they've got like a lined paper, so you can sort of journal on the back as well, put your photograph on the front. So those 2 go in there. Oh, put that back in. I'll get it back in a minute. There we go. Now on these, in these pockets, I've done like a frame here, so you can actually see the frame. So you can put a little photograph in there as well. But inside these, there's a little pocket, and in the little pocket you've got some tags, all again using all the same papers that coordinate all throughout the box. And that, I've done that on both sides there, and there's some obviously in that one, and again you've got the frame. So just if I just bring the camera a bit closer, just so you can just have a bit of a better look. So you've got that one there that lifts up, and I've put that one in the middle. You've got some tags here on the back. You've got, on this particular one, you've got the tags there that will pull out. You've got one both sides. Again, you've got this photo mat with a frame, ornate frame on, and at the top you've got the pocket with the tags in, and that is obviously there on both sides. Now the beauty of this one as well also is, as it has got and can be, I'll just show you, removed. There you go. So that little book can actually pulled away, and I've got some Velcro dots on the back, so you can just do what you've got to do with it and that, and put it back on. But on the back here, again using the linen line, I've papered that, and I've put this fancy sort of lace edge all the way around. So you know, you can just put one big photo on the back. You can do whatever you want with it really. And obviously on the back of this I've put a piece of ribbon because there's also another little tag and pouch there which I just slot behind the ribbon like so. You can see that. That just slots behind the ribbon, and then just fix it. Oh, bear with me. And then just fix it back